Hello, my favorite science students. I want to show you how to make your next foldable. This is going to be for the next unit, biomolecules. And what you're going to do is you're going to have your paper horizontal on your desk, and you're going to make what is called a shutter fold. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold the two doors in front, like so. Okay, two doors in front. And then you're going to fold it in half. So you can have 4 equal spaces. And then on the fold, you can go ahead and put dash lines because you are going to need to cut this to make 4 flaps. And then there's 4 biomolecules you need to learn. It's going to be a lipid. And a lipid usually has a hydrophilic head and then a hydrophobic tail, which we'll talk about later. And then the elements that are made lipids have are carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Okay. The next biomolecule you need to learn is a carbohydrate. Okay. And usually we see carbohydrates in the shape of kind of like a hexagon, which I'll talk about more. And the elements that they use is carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Okay? The next biomolecule that we're going to learn about is called nucleic acid. Okay? And that could be DNA, the twisted ladder, or RNA with one side. Those are examples of nucleic acid. And the elements that they have is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphate. Okay. And then last but definitely not least, we need to learn about protein. Okay. Protein does not give us energy. Protein makes us up. Okay. Like our skin, our hair, our nails, that's all made of protein, our muscles. And also, a really important example of protein is something called an enzyme. And enzymes usually have a funky shape, and there's usually 2 parts to an enzyme, which I'll talk about. But that's an example of a protein. Okay, and we'll talk more about that. And then these enzymes in most proteins, they're made of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. So we have cho, cho, chan, chan. Those represent elements that make up these 4 very important biomolecules we're going to be learning. Okay? Then on the inside of your paper, for each biomolecule, you're going to have, you need to tell me the function for each biomolecule. So function here, function for lipid, function for carb, function for nucleic acid, and the function for protein. Okay, they all have different functions. Okay, you also need to tell me what builds these macromolecules, and pretty much what is their monomer, so what builds them. They're all different. And an example, last but not least, an example of each biomolecule. And you can do this on your own. You can do this as research. You can do this in the activity that we're going to be doing. But you need to fill these out to get 100% for your foldable. Okay? So what I want you to do next is cut the flaps, glue them in the next blank page in your notebook, and then you're going to be filling them out correctly.